Hello everybody and welcome back to another JK Running Productions video, and here today guys we are going to take a look back at the first time I officially broke 5 minutes in the mile. Now this race is really important to me. I did this race in the midst of summer of 2020 when there was no races happening, there was no track season, but there was this one race opportunity that I had, and I took full advantage of that opportunity. I broke 5 minutes in the mile, and I ran, I believe, 4:55, so I was well under that 5-minute mark, and I also outleaned a guy by, I believe, like 0.02, 0.01 seconds. So this race is really important to me, and I thought it would be awesome to just take a look back at this race. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and turn those post notifications on for more of my content. With that though, let's take a look back at this race. So everybody, let's rewatch my first official sub 5-minute mile. So this footage is courtesy of my dad. My dad took the footage of this. I know it's not the greatest footage, but back then this was like my 20th video, so I didn't necessarily know what I was doing necessarily. So it was good that we got some footage of it. It may not be the best, but it's good we got some footage. So this race was my only track race I did. I did a couple time trials where I actually ran a 4:59. I think it was a month before, but this was my only race. And as you can see at the start, I'm kind of a little more hesitant. I'm more in the back a little bit, and partially that's because I knew I was running with higher caliber runners than I was 420 milers compared to me, who just broke 5 like a month before this in the mile. And I really wanted to be a little bit conservative, and plus I did a time trial. I went out really hard and it did not pan out well for me, so I was very conservative. And this first lap, now this was 409 meters, because granted a full mile is not 1600 meters, it's 1609. So we started 9 meters back through this first lap. I was 73 seconds, which is a good first lap. I think not too fast, not too slow. Thinking now I can probably go maybe 70-ish on the first lap, but you know, we'll see what happens this track season. So as you can see now, we're coming around the second lap. The field is spreading a little bit wider, and as you can see, I moved up from being around last place to third to last and fourth to last, and I keep moving up. Now that was one of the race strategies I like to use. I like to use that race strategy. I was not able to implement it during the cross-country season just because there was not nearly as many people as I wanted it to race with to be able to pick off. But this race I was able to do that, and I'm continually picking people off, as you can see. And I don't think really anybody ever passed me. I was the person doing the passing, which I'm really happy about. So through this second lap, I was around 75 seconds, so 74.8 was what my coach had me clocked on, and that was a good time. Now granted, I probably could have gone a little bit faster, and this is going to be something I'm going to need to focus on, is being strong in that second and third lap of the race. Because so let's say I run like a 70 seconds, then I run like 77, then I'm gonna have to run a really good clip on the last lap in order to get a really fast time. Now granted, I feel like I can run faster than that example I just gave, but if I put myself too much back in that second and third lap, no matter what my kick is, it's not going to be enough to get me it's not going to be enough for me to get any faster or for me to get the time I want. So that's something I'm going to have to focus on in that second and third lap, really focusing on staying strong and keeping on the pace. And this third lap was my slowest lap of the whole race. It was 77.7 seconds. So this was a lap I fell off that pace. But the last lap was 69.7, which is a pretty good last lap for me. Now, when I'll leave a link to this Gosling mile race. I did this 3 days after my sectional race, where I gave everything out on the line. If you haven't already, also a link to that video. What I did was I ran a 70-second in the beginning and the end. So I really know my fitness is there, and it's going to be interesting to see what I can do this track season. Now, I believe I picked off 4 runners in this whole thing. I believe the dude, he was a little bit earlier, but he was wearing a black calf sleeve, I think a blue tank top. He was racing, and I managed to outlead him by like 0.01, 0.02 seconds on the line. As you can see, I'm going down final 100 meters, and I'm giving it everything I have. My legs are turning over. I give it everything I have, and I'm really happy that I was able to outlead him. I hope you guys enjoyed this race rewatch. With that, guys, that is the video. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and turn those post notifications on for more of my content. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Strava, and join the JK Running Productions Strava Club. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little bit different type of video. And let me know in the comments section below if you want to see more of these. I thought about taking a look back at the cross-country season a little bit, looking at some of those races. So let me know in the comment section below if you want to see more of these. With that, guys, I'm going to sign off like I always do. The grind never stops.